Hi, I'm Barbara. Here we are talking about so many different levels of understanding spirit world and the gifts and the promises that come about for us. And I was just speaking a few minutes ago when Jackie says, our director, says, video this, and it is a good story. So I'd like to talk about it. It's like how God provides. And I've lived this life. It's in my belief system that God provides. And so a couple of years ago, I was coming home, 2 years ago, I was coming home from Florida to Maine. And, without touching my savings, I said to the Lord, I said, I'm going to need some money. I've got, grandkids and so forth, and I need to make some money. So I made about $4,300 that 5 days before I came home. And I said, thank you, that's all I need, that's all I need. And my significant other, Wayne, who was my husband a little while later, um, said to me, I don't know anybody who would stop that. And it's like I was retelling the story to my friend, Suzanne, and she said, you're just so remarkable, that you stop all that good from coming to you. You just stop all that good from coming. Who would do that? And I said, well, Wayne said the same thing. And so I thought it was kind of neat because that's in my belief system. The Lord provides. I don't need it all accumulating in a bank account that's going nowhere. It arrives when I need it. What a better way? You don't have to worry about your stuff. It just arrives when you need it and as you need it. And sometimes, because it is my belief, it's just not money, it's anything. Right now, because of the widow brain, and if this is you're just tuning in or something, I've lost my husband 8 months ago now. And I had widow brain for 6 months. I'm just now in the last few weeks getting into a little piece of myself again. So bear with me on this, please. But talking about the belief system, it can be all sorts of things. We have no idea what we actually believe in until it comes about. And I was explaining that, if you believe like the old days, again, I'm old, so I keep talking about the old days. If you believe that there's no good in the men in the world, you're not going to see any. And if you believe the money is the root of all evil, you're certainly not going to see any of that. And so if that's in your belief system, the universe is going to give you what it is that you believe in. And so if you believe that you are provided for, that is what you will receive. If you believe that all your needs are met, that is what will happen. If you believe that He's your healer, and I have proven that many times, then He is your healer. And you don't need outside sources. He is your healer. Now that's very deep and very in-depth, but that is still a fact. Because if you believe that you can do what Jesus can do and more, and of course nobody does, but I really try and act on some of that stuff, just parts and pieces of it. But when I do, these promises are true. So I got a lot of conversation going on here, and I'd like to just, I guess, mostly have you concentrate on your belief system. What's in your belief system? Do you believe you have to work all day to do a good job? Do you believe that you have to work all week to make a good paycheck? Because you're going to have to. But I was raised in a way of my grandfather always used to talk about these things. And I was a little girl I loved being around my grandparents, learning so much like this. And he used to say, you don't have to work all day to do a good job. And you don't have to work all week to make good money. So I never have. I never have. And sometimes I work, 4 or 5 hours a day doing tours, trolley tours, history, and tours around the beaches and the bushes here in Kennebunkport, and having a wonderful time, making a fortune, 4 or 5 hours, a couple of days a week. And then I'd had other jobs and such. And so I never had to work a lot or hard by any means, because I was taught that work would be fun. So if you could use that little bit of story and information into your own life and say, wow, where do I sign up? How do I change my belief systems? This is all things that are possible. Because remember, maybe that was the radio show, but I remember one time talking about, that your beliefs are just things that you keep thinking. Your beliefs are just things you keep thinking. Your beliefs are just things you keep thinking. So if you think you have to work all day and real hard to make a good income, I'm sorry, you're going to have to. But if you can change that thinking, they say if you hear it 3 times, it goes in. If you can change that thinking, things can change. Let's work on that, okay? Just try it. Change your thinking. And there's all sorts of science and self-help books out there now that say, change your mind, change your life. And that's a fact. Jesus said it too. That's what I like about this. We're going to do talks and seminars one day when we're really clear to travel and everything. And I hope you'll join me in some of these. They'll be affordable. I always like to be affordable. But the God ways and the light ways. Remarkable because these things, once they are applied, the knowing is applied, start showing up in your life. And then it's about your choices. Oh, choices. You're going to add choices to that, Barbara. Yes, because your choices on taking in the new information that you have, or not, is going to be what your benevolent outcomes are going to be about. Benevolence means heavenly. So I always ask for benevolent outcomes. I don't care the situation. He listens. And when he knows that you listen, you're provided for. And he likes to, unfortunately, you have free will. So God can't come in and change things for you. If you're thinking one thing and all the time, God can't come in and change that for you. You can ask for change and then go in his direction and he'll change that for you. But if you keep reverting backwards, it's in your belief system and you're going to keep experiencing what is in your belief system. So if you're able to jump forward with me into, oh my God, that sounds so right. That sounds so right. I can do this too. And you use your prayer and your heavenly friends that help you get to where you're going, whether you know it or not, and ask for the help to change your mind and have the universe provide for you. And it will start showing you right away. It will start showing you right away the choices that you now have after your mind has been changed, because before you only had these coming. That's all they could do. That was in your belief system. But as you open your mind to receiving all of the goodness that God has for you, you'll be doing your ABCs like I was. Maybe you missed that show. It was just one before this. ABC. When you got too much going on, you're juggling it all around you. You can only do one thing at once. ABC. One thing brings yourself to the next thing and to the next thing. And same with your beliefs. You can open your door to receive all that God wants you to have gracefully, calmly, so that you're in a position to best receive what it is he's blessing you with. And if it's too much or you don't know how to receive or what to do with what you've received, that's has happened many times for me. It's like, what do I do with what I've received? And when you receive it, then the doors and windows open so that you can see what you're going to do with what was just given to you, with what you were just blessed with. And then you begin to really start paying attention to life, real life, not the lives that they tell you that life is about, but how God registers life with you, just you. And then you have the opportunity to make differences that are going to make differences for others that love you, because they will listen to and see the changes in you and be gratified by it, grateful for it. Quite often in my life, I'm always find myself saying, I know you did that. I know that was you, Lord. When just stuff falls out of the heavens right in my path that as to what I need. And it happens even in the very simplest little thing. And I love that. And I always let them know, I know that was you. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for loving me. instrumental in happiness, instrumental in where things go right. When you can find happiness in chaos, you're on the clock. You're doing great, because that's what the monks all do. As they say, anybody can find peace with a lit candle, beautiful music in the background, breathing calmly. But the monks say, you will find peace in chaos, you have found peace. So again, learning that more than a dozen years ago, I don't need the candles, don't want the candles and the beautiful music for my meditations or trying to seek peace. I just go directly to that level of consciousness that says peace. And let no other thing come into my mind. And that peace just comes. Now they're used to me, I'm used to them, and it works easy for me. And it is a trial. I mean, it is for beginners. But that's where I hope to encourage you, that you don't have to have any degrees to do this. You don't have to maintain it except for good thoughts. That's it. He loves you. Has a great time. You got non-physicals and friends of angels and all around you, like an orchestra over your head, waiting to work for you on your behalf, helping you put this together. Go with it. Allow. Tell them you allow. Tell them you trust, and then allow, and then trust. So it's not just words. He actually needs your actions behind all this. I want you to take in with love. I want you to take it in, because when you're in a love spot, in that zone take that spot with you everywhere you go. I don't care where you are. Take that zone, that love zone that you find in meditation or beautiful music or something. Take it everywhere you go. Become it. Let it be your energy field, 6 to 8 feet around you if you're healthy. Your energy field, 6 to 8 feet. Let it be of love. When you walk into a room and everybody looks, know that they are seeing your light. It's not what you're wearing. They are seeing your light. And when you go to the bar and you have your prime rib and red wine like I do, just for a nice dinner, 4 or 5 people move away, know that your light was too bright. Yeah. I had a bartender once. I'd go in at closing time after a class, 9 o'clock. She's closing a tiki hut. And I'd go in for a cup of beer and go home. And she would say, Barb, I just love you, but when you come in, everybody goes away. And I says, I know. That's why I come in at 9 o'clock when you're closing, But it's true. They will. It's something that you don't have to see to know. It is something that you can feel and be around, and you feel good when someone's around like that. You feel good. You want to be closer to it and more near. Well, the people who don't want that feel the opposite and disappear. And of course, that's always going to be okay with me. I don't want to ruin anyone's business, but that's okay with me. So remember that you are the shine. You are all that. You want to change the presence in a room? You want to change an argument? Shine. We say in our classes, shine like a porcupine. We have all these acupuncture points, because I use the acupuncture points for light medicine. And so you are now full of acupuncture points. Only think of the love inside of you, all that bright love and shine of you, enhancing and enhancing and enhancing until you are like light spires coming from your acupuncture points out everywhere in every direction, and you look like a ball of light, kind of like how Jesus is represented when we see pictures of him in these balls of light, all these spiritual beings. That's what that is. That is your inner Christ light coming out through you, shining for others. What a way to go. Let's change this planet. Let's make it the way we see it, and let's be the people we want to see on the planet. Okay? You've heard that one before, I know. So I'll say goodbye right now, and thanks so much for joining me. Anything else, Jackie?
Nope, and we'll see you on the next video.
And we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.
Oh, you really went